And now it is finally time for you to shine. It's finally time for you to forgive yourself and to truly, authentically, boldly step into your highest version and manifest everything that you desire. Hi guys, my name is Nifty, and here we talk all about mindset, manifestation, and personal development, and making sure that that dream life that you are manifesting becomes your reality. If you are trying to attract something new, but you are seeing that the old patterns in your life are repeating itself, or if you're seeing that people in your reality are showing up the same way that people in your past did, or if you're seeing those cycles and synchronicities happening again and again, and you are trying to break free from that loop of things that are happening to you, if you're finally ready to learn the lesson and move forward, this video is for you. Okay, so one of the reasons you might not be having that manifestation that you're trying to call in right now is because somewhere deep down inside, subconsciously, you are holding on to the past. You're holding on to the version of you, the version of Nifty who did those things in the past. And when you're trying to call in these new things, your mind is like, wait a second. But we did this in the past, and this is what happened in the past. Do you really think you're worthy of calling in this new thing? For example, if you're trying to open a new business, but you have tried in the past and you have failed 2 times in opening a new business, third time you're going to try and open a new business, your brain is going to be like, but you tried this already 2 times in the past. You already failed 2 times in the past. Why do you think it's going to be any different this time? And this is what our brain is meant to do. Our brain, literally, when we're trying to predict something into our future about how something will unfold, our brain literally looks up all the past experiences and how things have turned out in the past, and it is trying to predict how the future will go based on your past experiences. But the reason we human beings are so special is because we do not need to recreate our past. If we are willing to shift our focus from the past, to remove, to forgive ourselves, to forgive our past, focus away from the past and focus on creating something new, because we are full of that creative energy. So if you take that focus off your past and focus on creating something new, then the new thing will eventually manifest. So the first step is going to be to acknowledge that this is happening. You are in that loop. You are in that cycle. If there's something you are trying to manifest, and if you do not have that in your reality right now, right here, you could be saying, oh my God, I am ready for that relationship. I am ready to meet my soul partner. I am ready for the divine union. But then every person you're meeting is cheating on you, and you're seeing that the only people coming into your life are the people who are reinforcing your belief that people cheat on you. Then guess what? You are not ready for that manifestation. You might think you are ready for that manifestation, but you are still running on that past subconscious programming. Your brain is still like, okay, you got cheated in the past. Why do you think this will be any different? Why do you think you deserve to have anything better than what you had in the past? And this is a limiting belief that is going to keep coming up, and it will keep sabotaging every new relationship you get into, every new business that you get into, until you work and break that limiting belief. Because subconsciously, if you think that all people are cheaters, there's no loyal people out there, and you're going out there and trying to find the love of your life who is loyal to you, who loves you with all their heart, but subconsciously, you still believe that loyal people are super hard to find and there are no loyal people in the world, how do you expect to attract a person who is loyal to you when that is your subconscious belief? And as long as you hold on to that subconscious belief, nothing new is going to manifest into your reality. You're going to manifest a new person, a new reality every single time, but it's going to be the same story repeating again and again. So unless you change that script in your head, unless you change the reel that's being played over and over again in your head, there is no new reality that is going to manifest. So the first thing is to acknowledge that this is happening, that if you don't have something, there is something that you are holding yourself accountable for. You are holding the past accountable for. You are holding the environment you're in accountable for. And whatever this reason is, maybe it's yourself, maybe it's your past, maybe it's your parents, your family, your friends, your past businesses, your failures, your fears, whatever it is, you have to acknowledge that it is okay that that happened in the past. It is okay that this thing didn't work out the way I wanted it to, and be grateful that that thing didn't work out, because you wouldn't be who you are today if that thing that you're so concerned about, that you're thinking about right now, would have worked out. If that relationship would have worked out, you wouldn't be the person you are today. If the business didn't fail, you wouldn't be the person you are today. So be grateful for the experiences that thing gave you. So the way I like to think about it is, everything in this reality, everything that I see in my reality is the universe interacting with me. If a person comes into my life and does something good to me, that's the universe being good to me. And if the person comes and does something bad to me, that's the universe coming and teaching me a lesson through that person. So when I take this guilt away from, oh my God, how could that person do this to me? And look at it from a perspective of, oh, I wonder what universe was trying to teach me through that person. That shifts the whole reality that you are living in. Instead of unconsciously holding blame and holding faults and guilt within yourself, you suddenly start opening up and seeing that everything in your reality is happening at the exact time, in the exact way that it should be happening, in order to get you exactly where you need to be. And this one shift in perspective will transform your life drastically. Because when you do this, you are releasing yourself from all the past and baggage that you have been holding on to. You are taking responsibility. You understand that these things are happening for you. They're not happening to you. And once you take the responsibility that, okay, this is all happening for the best of me, you start to forgive people, you start forgiving situations, you start forgiving your past, and nothing actually starts to seem that deep anymore. And when you start shifting that perspective, when you start looking at world through this new rose-colored glasses, people could come into your world with the most good intentions, and you would still be like, oh wow, it's great that happened. And people could come into your life with the most vicious intentions, and you would still be like, oh, well, that person feels that way. It's their reality, and I do not have to associate with that reality. You stay so detached and so happy and content with your own life that everything that comes into your life, good or bad, suddenly becomes something that needs to be cherished and enjoyed. But then you might be asking, okay, Nifty, I understand that I have to let go of my past, and I have to stop blaming myself. I have to stop thinking about myself, and I have to stop thinking about the past so I can manifest a new future. But what am I going to do when people in my life show up in my reality and they're triggering me and they are trying to show me the same things that I did not want to experience in the past? What do? There's one very simple answer. High standards and boundaries. If you hold yourself to high standards, if you have strong boundaries, people come into your life, and if they are not showing up the way you want them to, you are not scared to speak up. You are not scared to cut them off. You are not scared to not give them access to your energy, because you are holding yourself up to that high standard. Having high standards and high boundaries will protect you from so many low experiences in your life. And this is easier said than done. Most people say that, okay, yeah, I'm a high standard, I have high standards, and I don't do that, I don't do this, blah, blah, blah. But when you're put in the spot, so for example, let's say you go on a date with a guy, and this guy is not showing up the way you would want him to. He's not opening the door. When the menu for the food comes, he orders before you, and when the check comes, he asks to split 50-50, and all kinds of things that you do not want to be associated with. So when you are in the situation, what would you do? But you know what most people do end up doing is they're sitting there and they are having this conversation, this argument per se, and both trying to put forward their views of what dating should be like and why it's okay to not put in that much effort, or why it's necessary to put in that much effort. The girl's version of the story, the guy's version of the story. And if you are a person who does not have that strong boundaries, who does not have that high standards, you're gonna go and try and convince this person of why your point of view is right. You're gonna sit there and try and make this person understand why you deserve to be treated the way you want to be treated. And if you had high standards, you would not even interact with this energy. You would not be wasting your time on somebody who does not see your value. Okay, why would you sit there and explain the cut and the make and the carats of a diamond to a person who cannot even value or understand the value of a gold? Why, you being a diamond, would you sit there and try and explain your worth to somebody else? If somebody else is asking you, oh my God, so what is it you bring to the table? Nothing. I'm not bringing anything for you. I do not even want to sit on your table, okay? So when you have these high standards for yourself, you are literally setting yourself up with those boundaries to make sure that people with these low efforts, people with low quality, people who are trying to just get by and who do not meet your standards do not even come into your zone. Because honey, the universe is abundant. If that guy cannot do it, another man will. If that business did not work out, another business will. If that thing that you wanted so bad did not go the way you wanted it to, something else better will happen. And the only way the better will happen is if you stop looking at things through the vision of past. If you stop thinking that just because something happened in the past, it has to happen again. And if you choose to forgive yourself, forgive people, the actions you made, the fears, everything, just let it go. Only if you forgive yourself, forgive others, the situation, will that new thing come into your experience. And another thing I really do want to mention is when you're expecting others to show up for you and with that high standard, it's really important that you hold yourself accountable to that high standard. If you are somebody who shops at H&M and you expect somebody to take you out and take you shopping to Cartier, well, I guess it could be fine, but why would that other person want to take you to a Cartier when they know that you shop at H&M? So you have to hold yourself accountable to the things that you want to achieve, because you can't expect others to see your value if you do not value yourself like that. If you do not think that you are somebody who's worthy of shopping at Cartier, why would somebody else come into your life and be like, oh my God, this person is so precious, I gotta buy them Cartier? No. Even if you can't afford Cartier right now, you have to be somebody who truly believes that you are worthy of that Cartier. You are worthy of somebody who deserves to have the good things in life. So have high standards, hold yourself accountable to these high standards, and you are the only person that you need to convince. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings about what you deserve is the only thing that matters. Because if you deserve that, you deserve the world, and you could be the happiest, most goody girl in the world and you will still get that. And you could be the baddest bitch alive and who literally murders men for a living, and you could still get everything you want, because your self-concept, your belief, and you forgiving your past and truly stepping into your authentic self, into your higher self, is the only thing that matters. So how do you do this? Simple. Stop dwelling in the past. Embrace the present. Try to look for things in the present that are resonating with what you want your future to look like, and envision a future that is different from your past. Instead of thinking about all the things that happened in the past, instead of replaying images from the past in your mind, instead of trying to think what you could have done differently in the past, imagine a future. Imagine a future that lights you up. Stay in the feeling of imagining that future that lights you up. And it might be hard in the start, like visualizing a future, but the more you do it, you see that the easier it gets. It becomes easier for your brain to go into that feeling of having those things. For example, if you're trying to manifest wealth, it is easy for you to feel broke because that is what you have felt for a long time in the past. But it is harder for your brain to feel that feeling of feeling wealthy, of feeling prosperity, of feeling abundance. So train your brain to feel these things, because you could literally close your eyes right now and you could be in Japan. That is how strong our imagination is, and your brain cannot tell the difference between if you are really in Japan or if you're just imagining being in Japan. So imagine yourself living that life, feel that excitement, feel that happiness, feel that abundance in your body. And the more you keep doing it, the easier it becomes. And keep doing this every day. Imagine the future that you want to experience, the feelings that you want to experience. Keep imagining these experiences and do this for 21 days. And let me tell you, after 21 days, it will become so easy for your brain to think about this thing and immediately start feeling that gratitude, that abundance, that prosperity becomes natural, because you have created new neural pathways in your head that make you feel good, instead of focusing on the old neural pathways which made you feel bad because you were thinking about the past. So stay in the present and manifest that future that you want, that you really, really desire, by focusing on the feelings that you want to attract. When you're visualizing, it doesn't even have to be a particular thing that you're seeing. It could just be a feeling that you feel inside your body, a feeling of having those things that you want to manifest. And that is all it takes. And I want to end this by saying that it is possible for you. The reason that you want that life so bad, the reason that you have that desire, the reason that anytime you see somebody else having that thing, it makes you inspired or jealous, or it's calling to you, is because a version of you in your future already has that thing. The reason you're here watching this video is because a version of you needs this information, because this is not new information. You've probably heard this 100 times in the past, but today, right here, right now, you needed to listen to this again so that you could relate this to something that is happening in your life right now and make a difference, to make a different move, because nothing in the world is a coincidence. Everything is synchronistically planned in some divine timing. So you being here, right now, watching this video, this takeaway, whatever it is that you're getting right now, is going to propel your life into a new way. Hopefully, you are going to start looking at life through that rose-colored lenses. You're going to forgive the things that have been holding you back, and you will finally step into that version of yourself that you have been wanting to experience. And if you learned something from this video, if you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think, and subscribe to my channel, because I do come out with a new video pretty often. And I will see you guys next time. Until then, bye.